Hey, how you doing? How's that for a bike, huh? Welcome to another video. Today is a very special day, as you can see. We got a BMW S1000RR 2025.
I'm running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I feeling like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged.
I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while.
This is not just a super bike, it's precision dressed in carbon. The BMW S1000RR doesn't ask for your respect, it simply demands it. This bike is so unreal, the styling is so beautiful, it's smooth, it's sharp yet elegant. I can just sit and admire it, actually, you know? It's the kind of bike you can just sit, look at and admire. BMW didn't just tweak this bike, it transformed it. It's no longer got one eye wrong. I would say the front is absolutely beautiful. It just cuts through air. These winglets, they're not just for show, they're functional as well. They're push downforce. They're like, you know, imagine you're an airplane flying down the road. The winglet's really pushing you down, helping you keep your balance. Even parked, the bike looks like it's moving. The lines are pure aggression. Underneath the fairing sits 210 horsepower of pure Bavarian rage. 999cc, inline 4, perfection. Really perfection. The kind of engine that sounds like it's angry at you even when it's idling, you know? Like, so good. BMW refined the ShiftCam system again this year. Torque delivery is smoother, power band is broader, and that red line, still insane. If you want to go fast, you can still go fast, trust me. In terms of build quality, everything is solid. Every bolt, every weld, every little, you know, everything, the quick shifter, everything feels good. Good quality, excellent, you know. Just look at it. It's, oh, this bike. Stand next to it, when you stand over it, you feel some kind of a fascination. It's that mixed feeling of fear and excitement. The boundary is so thin. You don't know where you stand on it. It's a feeling that only super bikes like this can give you. They petrify you, but they excite you. And you can't wait to get behind the handlebars and go for a ride. Oh, this thing is just stunning. I just sit there, I look at it, and I'm lost for words. It's gorgeous. It really is. This bike is the epitome of what riding fast bikes is about. You're chasing that feeling, that rush, the speed, the adrenaline. Keeps you going. It keeps you going. It makes you wonder, what else is there to life? A fast, incredible motorcycle in a beautiful setting in autumn. Oh, does it get better than this? Man. All right, enough talking. Let's get on it. Let's go for a ride. So here we go, guys. Going out on a bit of a ride on the S1000RR. Nice evening autumnal stroll. I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a trip, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the bike. I mean, can I just say, Bavaria in autumn, I mean, Bavaria all year round is just beautiful, but in autumn, oh man, just look at this. Beautiful. And what a bike to enjoy these kind of evenings on. I mean, this is the 2025 BMW S1000RR, so a very, very special bike. Some might say it's the king of the road, is the king of the super bikes, and they wouldn't be far off. Now, I've had this bike for just under 5,000 kilometers. I've done that in about 4 months, and I've had this bike throughout all kinds of temperatures, all kinds of experiences, so to say, and I really loved every second of it. It's one of those bikes that just makes you feel special. It's special because of the way it looks, it's special because of the way it handles, special because of the way it sounds, special because of the way it accelerates. It's special because of the way it does everything so well. Really everything, from, you know, just twisting the throttle and then you're off, to just cruising for a long time. You know, it's got cruise control, so you can absolutely reliably take this bike on a longer trip. And yeah, obviously it's not a Tourer, you know, it's not a GS, it's not S1000XR, it's not some kind of Africa Twin that you would go and ride on a very long trip, but it's still a bike that you can absolutely enjoy on a longer trip. And with the cruise control, you can really, I mean that, you can really enjoy it. From a specification point of view, you really cannot fault it. This is luxury on two wheels. You've got heated grips, you know, you've got 3 settings for the heated grips. You've got satellite navigation, you've got the cruise control, like I said, you've got adjustable suspension, the ShiftCam technology. Oh my god, it's unreal. Look at it, you know, like 4th gear, just casually cruising, 4,000 RPM. I open it and then it just goes. On the other hand, the way you should really like ride this bike, if you really want to go fast, is just have it in the revs, in the higher revs. Obviously it's 1000cc, 209 horsepower, I think, 210, and you can really feel it. All those horses are working. The power to weight ratio when you ride this thing is unreal. I mean, it feels like driving, if you've driven a BMW M5 or an M8 or something like that, or the previous generation M6, it feels like that. It's refined, it's smooth, it's like butter, you know. Everything about it is so smooth, and it's got a quick shifter. That's one thing I almost forgot. It's got a quick shifter. That's pretty awesome. I use it all the time, I must admit. I just use the clutch when I set off, and then after that, quick shifter it is all the way. And fundamentally, I do have a small problem with the quick shifter sometimes. So sometimes he gets a little bit stuck. So like if I accelerate really, really fast, I mean, downshifting is almost always absolutely fine. But occasionally I've noticed if I go a little bit too fast and I push the bike, the quick shifter sometimes is like stuck. So that's pretty much the only problem I've had with this bike. The only other thing I can criticize, but that's not this bike, that's just any kind of sports bike in general, is the riding position gets a bit uncomfortable after a few hours. So I would say if you're gonna ride this bike 2 hours max, more than enough to get to most places, depending of course on how fast you go, because you often find yourself over the speed limit on this bike. And this is, how can I say it, this is an issue with this bike, because right now we're in Germany, so I've got the Autobahn about 15 minutes in this direction, and fundamentally if I go there I can go as fast as I want for as long as I want, basically. But because this bike will do 140 kilometers in first gear, you find yourself at or over the speed limit almost all the time, and this can be problematic if you'd like to keep your license and ride bikes for a longer time. But this is not a criticism of the bike at all, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to explain to you that this is a fast bike. Because it's a fast bike, you also want to be careful when you ride it. So it's great fun and it's very forgiving, so meaning even if you are not the best rider, so to say, you can absolutely still enjoy going quite fast on this bike. And it's one of the great things of all the, oh that was a big shit, it's one of the benefits of all the modern day electronics. You know, the bike's got traction control, it's got different modes. You know, look at it, I just open the throttle, accelerate, and then out we go, you know, like whee! And you just fly over the speed limit. Now where was I? Sorry, I digress. Modes, you got dynamic, you got race, kind of adjustable settings. Pretty cool. When I put it into race, the exhaust opens, so you might hear it as it starts burbling, going bah, 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 which I find pretty cool. After some time it can get boring, maybe even annoying. It's probably annoying for everybody around me, but I love it. But see what I mean? The speed limit here is 100, so I pretty much always find myself going over the speed limit on this bike. Putting it into race mode also stiffens the suspension a little bit. So like I said, it's got electronic suspension. You can really feel it. This bike can be quite smooth, so the suspension is stiff. Of course, it's a sports bike. It's perfectly normal that it's a stiff ride, but you know, if you put it on road mode, then the bike gets a little bit softer, throttle response gets a little bit more normal, livable, let's put it this way. And that's, in my opinion, I mean, this is my preferred way of riding. I don't claim to be some kind of pro, you know, I'm definitely not the best rider in the world, so I absolutely, you know, trust my abilities and everything, but in a bike like this, I don't want to push it too far, because I think the speeds that you can find yourself doing on this bike, you can very quickly find yourself in danger, even if you don't pay attention for a short period of time. It's tricky, so you definitely need to be careful. You need to pay attention. Just be safe, you know. It's a quick bike. It's a dangerous bike. It's a quick bike. So you absolutely want to make sure that. Oh shit! I should have gone left here. Sorry. This guy was tailing my ass. Whatever. Yeah. The other thing about this bike is you just want to photograph it everywhere. Really, like just it's perfect. Wherever you go, you just want to take a photo or a video of it. Let's go catch him. Yeah, if you want to go fast, this is a pretty sick bike. I would say, you know, some people really enjoy taking bikes on track days. I prefer taking cars on track days. I personally think, you know, it's great fun to go fast in cars, in bikes, whatever, but actually going on a track day on a bike, I just think the risk is too high. Too many idiots out there. Feel a bit safer doing that in a car. So for now, I mean, my review, my experience is based purely on riding this bike on the road. Roads like this. I went to Italy on it. A good friend of mine, but that's a story for another day, maybe. No, I mean, I can tell you now, I did 1,500 kilometers on this bike, which was yeah, pretty good. Yeah, 1,500 kilometers on this bike in 3 days. So after that kind of riding, you do start to appreciate a little bit more the comfort of the bigger bikes. So, you know, S1000RR, or just one of those other bikes that you know, you can also enjoy going fast in, but fundamentally you get some comfort. The seating position is the first thing that kind of shocks you. As soon as you get on this bike, if you're not used to super bikes, you just lean forward. You know, the handlebars kind of invite you to go over them. And for me, this was a whole new riding experience, because until now I've had, you know, a variety of different bikes, but this is my first super bike with this kind of riding position. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's good, but if you're 20, as soon as you're probably over 35, 40, then I can imagine this gets a little bit uncomfortable for longer trips. So I would recommend, if you want a bike which is, you know, which combines this power but can offer you the comfort of a slightly bigger bike, then get S1000RR. The GSs are quite good, obviously, for comfort, but they're a completely different ball game. They're in a completely different category. Commuting with this bike is good. It's easy to ride. That's the thing. It's so easy to get moving, easy to skip traffic. I would say it's much easier to skip traffic in a BMW S1000R, so the single R, because the handlebars on this bike will only go, they're limited, you know. So like, look, now this is full left. I cannot make a U-turn on this road in this bike, unless, you know, when you're moving maybe, but even then it's not really suitable. It doesn't do it. So in terms of maneuverability, doing this you know, weaving in and out between traffic, between cars and stuff. Doing it on a single R or a naked bike is much easier, much better. But of course, I mean, you can do it on a double R as well. You just won't be as comfortable, or you won't feel as agile, so to say. But it speeds this bike. Oh my god, it's unreal. It's so good. It's cheeky little wheelie there. Whoops, I guess I was over the speed limit a little bit. Yeah, look, now it's kind of, now the quick shifter is somehow stuck. I don't know if I need to let go of the throttle a little bit in order to be able to shift. But yeah, the windscreen gives you some protection, obviously. If you're doing 250 kilometers an hour on the autobahn and you hide right underneath it, then you basically lie on the tank and then you're kind of protected from the wind. But in daily riding, doesn't do much for you. You've got adjustable traction control, which also is pretty cool if you're quite advanced and you know what you're doing. I wouldn't touch it on a rainy day. In fact, on a rainy day, you know, I'd use the rain mode. It really makes you feel a bit safer, because this is a fast bike. You know, it's 200 horsepower that you're controlling, and the weight of it is just you and 200 kilos, so like 300 kg bike with 200 horsepower. It's unreal. The power to weight ratio is basically 1-to-1. So yeah, I do ride the bike when it's rainy in rain mode. Yeah, you can call me a pussy, but I don't want to die, man. I still want to enjoy my life, so I guess that's why the BMW engineers put the rain mode there. You know, the bike limits your throttle a little bit, it supports you with some traction control, the ABS activates a little bit sooner, and you're a little bit safer. It just gives me that kind of extra comfort, which I rate personally. I appreciate that. Oh no, I mean, it's a phenomenal bike. The navigation, you know, it's good. I love the BMW's TFT display. I think it's great. You know, you've got different things you can do here. You've got completely different modes, so you can view, you know, change your settings, what you see. So that's quite cool. You can obviously see some status information about the bike, temperature gauges, onboard computer. So you can see this is the information since I've had the bike base. So 4,700 kilometers, fuel consumption 6 liters per 100 kilometers. So that's pretty good, I would say, for a bike like that. Today I went to work on the bike. As you can see, I've done 97 kilometers there and back, again 6 liters per 100 kilometers. So I would say it's a very fuel efficient bike for the capacity. The fact that you have a scalpel and you can have surgical precision on your hands with the speed, the way it delivers it, everything is smooth and refined, and it's a great bike, you know, for 20,000 euros or whatever the price is. I don't know, just over 20,000 euros for this bike. It's a sublime machine. It really is a really capable bike. Is it the king of the road? Well, I haven't ridden a Panigale V4. I haven't ridden the Yamahas and the other bikes in this category, but for me, in my experience level and looking cool and riding a fast bike that you can absolutely enjoy, I would say for me it's worth it. You know, I would absolutely say this bike worth every penny, every euro cent, every dollar you get a lot of kit for your money. Yes, it's not cheap for a bike, but what you get for it, the miles per miles that you get, that you achieve with this bike, I think is worth it alone. The experience of riding this bike is something I recommend, you know, every biker experience. Even if you just go for a test ride, you know, just go for a test ride, see if you like it. You might like it, you might not like it, you might hate it, which I doubt, but you have to try it for yourself. And I think this is the kind of bike you really want to try it for yourself. And don't be afraid to do it. I really mean that. You know, at first when I had this bike, I was also a little bit scared and petrified, because it was my first bike that was so powerful. It was a really, really, really scary machine, you know. And even I remember the first time getting on it, I was like, oh man, maybe I've bitten off a bit more than I can chew here. But you get used to it, and the bike teaches you, it learns you, you learn the bike, you start leaning a little bit more, you start pushing a little bit more, you know, you start accelerating in corners and really taking it for what it is. It makes you a better bike, it makes you a better rider. I can absolutely wholeheartedly vouch for that. It's one of those bikes that, you know, just takes you and makes you better. I just want to show you now. Look, first gear. Oh. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. It just makes you smile. Makes you smile, makes you appreciate riding, makes you enjoy it, makes you tell your friends. Don't tell your mom. Tell your dad. Your dad will appreciate it, but your mom might not. Unless you have a really cool mom, like my mom. I mean, my mom is pretty cool, but she's also scared of me riding powerful bikes all the time. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. I know it's been a while since I've actually filmed a video, but I am very glad to be back. Nope, not here. I'm very glad to be back, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you want to see more bike videos. I don't know. I might have a little bit of a surprise for you. I mean, I've not been here for ages, so anything's a surprise, but I might have a little bit of a surprise for you. Let me know if you want to see more bike videos. It's every time, man, it makes me smile. And can I just say, guys, the sunset, autumn leaves, and the BMW S1000RR. Does it get better than this? I don't know. Does it? You tell me. I don't think so. Maybe if you have a backpack, you know what I mean. Oh, by the way, having a backpack on this bike, oh, look at the seat. Tiny. So she or he, whatever you're into, will most likely be sitting on top of you in the gap here, which of course not the most comfortable, and your shoulders are gonna hurt if you ride 4 or 5 hours 2 days straight. So if you want to go touring with a backpack on, this is not the bike for you. But if you want to have a backpack on and go and enjoy some daily riding, or I don't know, just go catch a sunset, or ride down to the beach to get a coffee, or to, I don't know, man, this bike is worth it. I can absolutely tell you, this bike is worth every penny. Go out, test drive one, see what you think about it. Let me know in the comment section. If you've ridden the competitor bikes as well, please let me know, because I am, like I said, I'm not the most experienced of bikers, but I absolutely do love this bike. And yeah, it's oh, hello. I love this bike, and yeah, I can definitely recommend you get one. It's a worthy investment. It's an investment. It's not an investment, but it's worth it.